Hello there to all my subscribers and viewers. I'm Sci-fi SithDan, and today I'm going to be doing a remake of my old Star Wars most powerful or influential Jedi in the Star Wars universe video. Before I begin, I would like to say a disclaimer. This will take information from Star Wars Legends, or EU Universe for short. Sorry to all the Disney canon Star Wars fans. Plus, this video will be biased. With that out of the way, let us begin the list. Starting off is Jedi Master Thrawn. Thrawn is a prominent figure among the Jedi Order in the ancient times during the Great Sith War between the Old Republic and the ancient Sith Empire, roughly 4,000 years before A New Hope. He is often depicted as a wise and compassionate being, as well as for a strong connection to the Force and dedication to the Jedi ways. Thrawn hails from the planet Alderaan, where he was trained as a Jedi and eventually became a Jedi Master. One of his most notable contributions to the Jedi Order was in his role of training the legendary Jedi Knight, Nomi Sunrider. Thrawn recognized her potential and guided her on the path to becoming one of the most formidable Jedi in the galaxy. His legacy lives on with the Jedi Master Nomi Sunrider. Next is Master Lord Hoth. Master Hoth is a Jedi Master during the New Sith Wars era. He was a respected Galactic Republic general and a military strategist genius, being able to adapt to any unsuspecting changes on the battlefield and dealing with Lord Khan's Brotherhood of Darkness, and scored several victories against them. He had some disagreements with his fellow Jedi Masters and Knights on how to deal with the Brotherhood of Darkness. Sadly, he was lost in the 7th Battle of Ruusan after a Sith ritual called the Thought Bomb was used, killing all nearby Jedi and Sith alike on the planet in an attempt to end the war. Next is Master Kaosin Darach. Master Kaosin Darach was a Jedi Master who fought in the very early days of the Great War between the Old Republic and the newly reborn Sith Empire. He was at the ancient Sith homeworld Korriban when a massive Sith fleet attacked and recaptured the planet. Both he and his apprentice, Satele Shan, were able to hold off 2 Sith Lords that boarded the orbital space station. However, upon seeing that the battle was lost, he sacrificed himself and sent his apprentice to warn the Old Republic of an attack on the ancient Sith homeworld. He was able to eliminate the Sith Master aboard the orbital station, but was overwhelmed and killed by his then apprentice, Darth Malgus. Next is Grandmaster Satele Shan. Satele Shan was a Jedi Grandmaster during the Great War and the Cold War between the Old Republic and the reborn Sith Empire. She was once the apprentice to Master Kaosin Darach before he was killed by the Sith apprentice Darth Malgus. She had seen many battles and led a few personally. She had developed a rivalry with the now Sith warrior and Sith Master Darth Malgus, to whom she fought several times. She was one of the most powerful Jedi Grandmasters in the Jedi Order's history. She is more of a Force power wielder than a lightsaber duelist, to which her skills were okay, but lightsaber combat was not her main focus. Next we have Jedi Master Revan. Master Revan was a Jedi Master who fought in the Mandalorian War. He was a brilliant military strategist and could outwit and outmaneuver his opponents in battle. However, towards the end of the war, he became very cold and brutally calculating general, developing military strategies and tactics similar to the Mandalorians' way of thinking to win the war. This drove him to the dark side of the Force. In the aftermath of the war, both he and his apprentice, Malak, pursued the remnants of the Mandalorian forces until they reached the Sith Empire reborn in the far reaches of space. Upon confronting the ancient Sith Emperor, who manipulated him and his apprentice, Malak's thoughts through visions and promises of power, ultimately corrupting them to the dark side. Revan became a Dark Lord of the Sith, with Malak as his Sith apprentice, and they were sent back to the wider galaxy to make way for the return of the newly reborn Sith Empire by finding the Starforge, an ancient Rakata space station that could produce unlimited amounts of droids, starships, or other materials needed to maintain a massive war. However, after discovering the Starforge, both he and Malik had their own plans and decided to betray the Dark Lord of the Sith and the newborn Sith Empire for a Sith Empire of their own. Both he and Malik started the Jedi Civil War and waged war on the Galactic Republic. Darth Revan proved that he was a brilliant and cunning strategist, able to outwit and outmaneuver most of his opponents. However, sadly, he was betrayed by his Sith apprentice, Darth Malik, who destroyed his flagship with him on it. However, he somehow survived, had his memory wiped by the Jedi, and was retrained by the Jedi, redeeming himself and killing his former apprentice, Darth Malik, saving the Old Republic and saving the galaxy from Sith rule. Next is Master Kyle Katarn. Kyle Katarn was originally trained as an Imperial Stormtrooper. He later learned of the Rebel Alliance's mission to steal the Star plans and defected, delivering the plans to the rebels, which ultimately led to the destruction of the Death Star. After several years, Kyle Katarn is eventually drawn into the conflict between the New Republic and the remnants of the Empire. He is forced to confront his past and learns of his father's involvement in the construction of the Death Star. Through his adventures, Kyle Katarn grows in his Force abilities and eventually becomes a Jedi Knight. He faces new challenges and enemies, including the mysterious Dark Jedi, Jarek. He eventually joins Luke Skywalker's new Jedi Order as a Jedi Master, training a new generation of Jedi. He is a very skilled Jedi Master and a skilled duelist in training the next generation of Jedi to help them face whatever challenges are thrown their way. Next up is Jedi Master Jaina Solo. Jaina Solo is the eldest child of Leia Organa and Han Solo. Jaina was a Jedi apprentice who trained at Luke Skywalker's Jedi Academy on Yavin 4, along with her twin brother, Jason, and their friends. As she grew older, she became a skilled pilot and warrior and known for her bravery and leadership skills. She plays a key role in several major conflicts, including the usual Long War, the Second Galactic Civil War, and the Sworn War. She has also had a significant impact on the Sith Order, facing off against a powerful Sith Lord like Darth Caedus. Her brother Jason Solo would turn to the dark side, to whom she was forced to kill. She is considered to be by many Star Wars fans as the Mace Windu of her era and is very strong in the Force and is a very dangerous lightsaber duelist and can rival many of the most skilled lightsaber duelists in the galaxy. She has in fact earned the title the Sword of the Jedi by Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. She would eventually marry the Emperor of the Fel Empire and the two became leaders of the Galactic Alliance. She is a prominent figure and is considered one of the greatest Jedi of her time. Next up is Master Mara Jade Skywalker. Mara Jade was originally a Force-sensitive human who was trained as an Emperor's Hand, a special operative for Emperor Palpatine. Her training included espionage, assassination, and even using the Force to influence politics. She was often referred to as the Emperor's right hand. After the death of Palpatine and the fall of the Galactic Empire, Mara Jade's life took a significant turn. She swore revenge against Luke Skywalker, blaming him for the Emperor's death, and was nearly driven insane by the Emperor's last command to kill Luke Skywalker. She was able to find a way around this final command by killing Luke Skywalker's clone, Luke Skywalker. She eventually turned her life around, and journey to the light side of the Force was long and a complicated one. She became a prominent figure in the New Republic, working alongside Luke Skywalker, who she eventually marries and has a son with, named Ben Skywalker. She fought against various threats, including the newly reborn Emperor Palpatine and the Yuuzhan Vong. She also had engagements with the Dark Lady of the Sith, Lumaya, several times. She faced off against the Sith Lord Darth Caedus, but sadly was killed by a poisoned dart by him. Her death hurt Luke Skywalker to the core and drove him to seek revenge against Lumaya, to whom he thought killed her. Next is Master Qui-Gon Jinn. Master Qui-Gon Jinn was born on Coruscant approximately 80 years before the Battle of Yavin. Little is known about his early life, but he eventually became a Jedi Knight and was trained by Count Dooku, who later turned to the dark side and became a Sith Lord. Qui-Gon Jinn is known for his unorthodox approach to the Jedi Code, often challenging the Jedi Council's decisions and seeking a deeper understanding of the Force. Qui-Gon Jinn and his apprentice, Obi-Wan Kenobi, was sent to resolve a trade dispute between the Trade Federation and the planet Naboo. During their mission, they encountered a Sith Lord, Darth Maul, who was working for the Trade Federation and was Darth Sidious's apprentice. Qui-Gon Jinn was impressed by the young Anakin Skywalker, whom he believed was the Chosen One, destined to bring balance to the Force. Qui-Gon Jinn's unconventional methods and beliefs came into conflict with the Jedi Council's traditional views. He was particularly critical of the Jedi Council's reluctance to train Anakin Skywalker and allowed his feelings for the boy to guide his decisions. However, sadly, he was unable to do it because he was killed in a lightsaber duel with Darth Maul on Naboo, despite his formidable lightsaber dueling skills. His dying wish was for Obi-Wan to train Anakin, believing that he was the Chosen One who would bring balance to the Force. Next we have Master Mace Windu. Mace Windu was discovered by the Jedi Order at a young age. He was trained as a Jedi Knight and eventually was one of the most powerful Jedi Masters in the Order's history. During the Clone Wars, Mace Windu played a significant role as a military leader and a key figure in the Jedi Council. He led numerous missions against the Separatist forces and was instrumental in the Republic efforts to defeat the Sith. In the last days of the Clone Wars, when it was revealed that Supreme Chancellor Palpatine was the Sith Lord that they were looking for. After learning of this, Mace Windu took a specialized kill team of Jedi Masters to confront the Supreme Chancellor, who was secretly the Sith Lord, Darth Sidious. Windu and the 3 other Jedi Masters attempted to arrest Palpatine, but he engaged them in a fierce lightsaber duel. Mace Windu was ultimately the only Jedi left to face Palpatine in the Chancellor's office. In the intense duel, Mace Windu managed to gain the upper hand and was about to defeat Palpatine, but Anakin Skywalker intervened. Anakin, who had been manipulated by Palpatine to turn to the dark side, disarmed Mace Windu, allowing Palpatine to use his Force lightning against the Jedi Master. Mace Windu was thrown out the window, presumably to his death, by Palpatine's Force lightning. Next is Grand Master Yoda. Born over 850 years before the Phantom Menace, he is regarded as one of the greatest Jedi ever to have lived, revered as a guiding force for countless generations of Jedi Knights. Yoda's early years are shrouded in mystery. Much of his past remains unexplored. He eventually became a Jedi Knight and later a Jedi Master, serving as a leading figure in the Jedi Order and on the Jedi High Council, the governing body of the Jedi Order. His most notable apprentice was Count Dooku, who later fell to the dark side and became known as Darth Tyrannus. Yoda also trained several notable Jedi, including Qui-Gon Jinn, who discovered Anakin Skywalker, and Luke Skywalker, who later would become a key figure in the Galactic Civil War. During the era of the Clone Wars, Yoda played a crucial role in advising the Jedi Council and the Republic against the rising of the Sith and the machinations of Darth Sidious, who was manipulating both sides of the conflict. Despite his best efforts, the Jedi Order was ultimately destroyed. And one last act of defiance before going into hiding, Yoda confronted the newly crowned Emperor Palpatine in a lightsaber duel and Force duel. After a long, hard-fought duel, Yoda was unable to defeat Palpatine, with the duel at the end at best being a draw. After the duel, Yoda, along with Master Obi-Wan Kenobi, went into hiding. A few decades later, Yoda returned to the arena of training and teaching and became the wise mentor to Luke Skywalker. He trained Luke Skywalker in the ways of the Force, imparting important lessons about self-control, patience, and the importance of balance. Yoda's training helped Luke Skywalker to become a powerful Jedi Knight and later a Jedi Master, setting the stage for the defeat of Darth Vader and the Emperor. Next is Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan Kenobi was discovered by Jedi Master Qui-Gon Jinn as a Force-sensitive child. He was then taken to the Jedi Temple on Coruscant to begin his training as a Jedi. Eventually, both he and his master together, they encountered Anakin Skywalker on Tatooine. Throughout the Clone Wars, Kenobi served as a general in the Grand Army of the Republic. He became a key figure in the conflict, which often leading Republic forces against the Separatists. His friendship with Anakin Skywalker deepened at this time, even as he became increasingly concerned about Anakin's mental state. Kenobi took part in numerous battles and missions during the Clone Wars, including the engagements on Geonosis, Kamino, and Utapau, among others. He also confronted various adversaries, such as General Grievous and Asajj Ventress. As the Clone Wars progressed, Kenobi saw Anakin's gradual decline to the dark side, culminating in his transformation into Darth Vader. Kenobi's failure to prevent Anakin's fall weighed heavily on him and shaped his actions in the years to come. And one final duel against his newly turned apprentice, Anakin, in an attempt to turn back to the light, Kenobi failed and was forced to kill Anakin, who was consumed by his new identity, Darth Vader. Kenobi went into hiding on Tatooine to watch over Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker's son, who he delivered to his relatives. For nearly 2 decades, Kenobi lived as a hermit on Tatooine, keeping a watchful eye over Luke from afar while avoiding detection by Imperial forces. He provided guidance to Luke through the Force and ultimately played a crucial role in Luke's journey to become a Jedi Knight. Kenobi's exile ended when Luke Skywalker sought him out for training. Their reunion led to the confrontation with Darth Vader aboard the Death Star, and after an intense duel with Vader, Obi-Wan sacrificed himself in a duel, becoming one with the Force. And finally, we have Grandmaster Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker was introduced as the son of Anakin Skywalker / Darth Vader and Padme Amidala. After the defeat of the Emperor and Darth Vader, Luke went on to establish a new Jedi Order and set out to rebuild the Jedi Order, which had been devastated by the Emperor and Darth Vader. Over time, he grew in strength and wisdom, mastery new Force abilities, and wielded a green lightsaber. He also delved into ancient Jedi lore, learning from the teachings of the past. He as well grew more powerful in the Force, to where he can compete on the level of his old master, Yoda, or his long-dead enemy and Sith Lord, Darth Sidious. Plus, his lightsaber skills got more refined and more deadly as the years went by. Luke Skywalker faced many challenges, including threats from the remnants of the Empire, Sith Lords, and other dark side users. He played a key role in several major galactic conflicts, including the Yuzhan War, the Swarm War, and the Second Galactic Civil War. In addition to his role as a Jedi Master and galactic hero, Luke Skywalker became a mentor to a new generation of Jedi, including his nephew, Jacen Solo, and his own son, Ben Skywalker. In conclusion, the Star Wars Legends universe is filled with many memorable Jedi Knights and Masters, each with their own unique stories and legacies, from the ancient Jedi of the Golden Age to the modern Jedi era. These characters have left an indelible mark on the Star Wars saga. I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to all my subscribers for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing for more content like this. Until then, stay curious and continue exploring the universe of sci-fi wonders.